Hey guys, time to stream yet again. Some coin scuffles. This will probably be about 15 drinks worth. And then I'll call it quits when I reach maybe 10 stamina drinks left. Let's see the configuration for a second. Alright, sounds working fine. Maybe turn that down just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's good. Hey, Luther! Glad to see you. My numero uno. Let's do this. I know it might be hard for you to, or not even really reasonable for you to also coin scuffle yourself while watching my stream, so thanks for joining my stream while you can. But yeah, you should get to grinding eventually too. It is the last day after all. Less than 24 hours left. Yeah, I usually stream at 3 p.m. But those are like planned streams. But like this one was like not planned at all. I was just, you know, I felt spontaneous. I was like, okay, now I will stream. Plus, you know, I was still debating it at the time when he DM'd me, but yeah, just like, you know, I don't know. Whenever people message me, whenever I'm debating things, that's when I start being decisive. So he kind of just like, you were the trigger for me actually streaming now. Yeah, if I was left to my own trappings or whatever, then I probably would have debated until 3 p.m. then decided then. But here I am. Besides, if I finish earlier, then I can actually like work on some other things that I've been meaning to work on, like the fucking unit analysis video, which I still haven't touched at all. I mean, even if I don't have the part 2 units kits out yet, I can still start some of the video. Like, it's gonna be one video obviously, but I can still start working on it. Okay, well, thanks for joining, of course, as usual. It's I just, you know, I appreciate seeing your stanky face, and when you do go, enjoy your breakfast. I hope the sound bounce is good. Well, I don't mind if it's just you and me. It's comforting, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say anything too forward, considering this will be in playback later. But yeah, you're a cool bean, mister. The world deserves to know that. Oh shit, that was a really shitty move. There you go. Thank you, Luther. Oh, you're basically like the unofficial official Sen guy. The OG. Give me a moment, my screen brightness is really low, so I'm gonna need to look at my own settings. What the heck? Okay. That seems a bit better. Alright. Fuck off. That was combo, never mind. I guess this is a decent way to start my day. Some hot chocolate, some grinding, some nice music, and a good friend sticking around. You feeling better, Luther? I know you had like a headache of some kind yesterday. Hopefully that's all in the past now. Yeah, the combo is just, even though it's supposed to be like a good skill, it's actually like I would be happier if it just wasn't part of that AR. The evasion piercing is all that's necessary. Please and thank you. I guess today will be all about clearing up whatever's remaining of that annoying buzz. Oh, glad you're on your way to recovery. So, for reference, I start off at 32 mil. I'm assuming I'm gonna reach like maybe 40, 45 mil by the end of this. Oh, no, not that one. There you go. Yeah, of course. I care for your well-being. I'm gonna need some me and Tomeo this afternoon because my mood is generally good. There we go. Despite the really sad music, I'm actually in a pretty good mood right now. So the screen covering begins. Yeah. It started off as a head start last time, but right now I'm just feeling generally good. I'm not feeling particularly neurotic. Usually in the day, like as it goes by, I start acting weirder and weirder, and that's when stuff like this happens. But yeah, I'm good right now. Just a healthy Tomoyo. Oh yeah, why wouldn't I feel good? You got me some Housamo. I had some fun conversations this morning about a particular tier list in the help channel. Didn't have any bad dreams this time around. And I was talking too. And I'm perfectly rounding out was getting some things that I wanted to finish for a while. Hopefully your day goes splendid too. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. So far, it's me waking up with a headache pain, but hopefully it gets better. Treat yourself, man. Make yourself a nice cup of hot chocolate or something. Put on some nice tunes. Talk to some good friends. And, I don't know. Talk with me. Although you talk with me enough, but still. I declare this stream the Luther and Arison stream. That is perfectly fine with me. Oh, there's already 7 viewers, never mind. Yeah, stream of just you and me, and apparently 6 other people watching us. That's not. I've been meaning to set something up like that with you, actually. You're a fun person to talk with, and you're very sociable on voice chat. Whatchamacallit? The analysis is more Irby and Zalx's thing with me. I have played some other video games before. It was Lab, and but with you, it's like you don't have a video game setup. But we can figure some things out, like the whole Drawful thing, which we never actually did pursue because Archie and had to focus on school, unfortunately. But you know, if he ever gets free again. It might take a while. Then maybe I can stream in my channel the group games we have between you, me, Archie, everyone else. You bet it'll be fun. I recently switched my team order. Before I had Anvari first, but now I have Tsukiyomi first, so they swapped positions. You know, as disorienting as it was for the first few rounds, it actually turned out that, I don't know, it's actually easier to reposition now that I'm getting used to it. Alright, well I gotta go eat and breakfast now. See ya, hope you have a good rest of the stream. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Have a good breakfast, dude. I'll see you around. Yeah, it's just basically like very simple movements going in circles or whatever. No complicated diagonals or like moving them down to the bottom column or something like that. Hey, RB! Good to see you. Since whatchamacallit, Luther is swapping out, heading out, it's good to have you swapping in. Have a good breakfast, man. You done with coins scuffling, Irby? I think I saw you say that in the server. the primary reason why I'm streaming today is because I really did want to drain all my drinks up to like just 10 remaining, but like it's the motivation is just so much higher to actually commit to coin scuffling when I'm streaming, whereas you know I just like when I'm not streaming I play it like once or twice and then I'm already bored of it, or I just like fall asleep in front of the team screen or something, and then I just go back to the server. So yeah, it's a very big win for me to actually stream in terms of motivation to actually grind. Time to commit Sudoku. But the 999 music isn't playing it. This is a AI something else. Actually, I don't have any 999 music in my playlist right now. I really should prepare more music for the playlist of my streams. It takes time and effort though. It's not going to have the 4-star units you expected? Wait, so they've already confirmed the rarities for the units? As well as the units themselves? Jeez. Yeah, okay. Let's see. But one might guess. I see. Isn't it gonna be sad if there's actually a unit that I want more than Lian and Shi in part 2? And I have no tickets to spend on it after. And I would have to wait several days after everyone else to get actually pull on it. Yeah, I currently don't have enough for a multi, as you already know from the last stream. I'm just gonna have to wait for my the login rewards, which would take like a week or so. There won't be? Most likely? Oh, thank God. Time to dump everything on Lian again and not get her. The dream right there. No, that's not true. I feel like I feel almost obligated to pull on the banner even if I don't want anyone on it. Unless they're all super terror bad. It's like I do like having unit diversity. Yeah. Whatchamacallit. Plus, like, you know, my luck actually wasn't so bad for part 1. Honestly speaking, even if I didn't get Lianin, I did end up getting Horus 5. And, you know, maybe I'll be able to get the 5 in the other banner too. Like last year's News Passer, I was actually able to snag both Corpiker and Tsukuyomi with just one multi for each banner. So I kind of want to continue that luck stacking trend for the new semester. The one unit I expected to be super good has been deconfirmed. How do you expect a unit to be good? Is it just like they're your favorite and you're hoping they are good, or? Couldn't have been Bale. His enemy kit was like confusing as fuck, but not. I wouldn't say it was good. Big brain plays. The whole switching weapons every few turns, yeah, that was a bit too much. Even if he was a good unit theoretically, Bale, and had a gameplay based on, you know, switching every turn, or whatever, it was a bit too big brain for me. It's, you know, I don't count turns generally, and it would be hard to manage like several different skill effects happening on different phasing of the turns. Like, it would be basically like playing with Aphelios, and you know how I feel like with playing with Aphelios in League. Yeah, no thank you. Just press every button for it. Isn't only like two buttons actually functional for Aphelios? And one of them is just like switching weapons. So technically there's only really one button to actually do anything with Aphelios. Right, yes. Yeah, I don't know, it's just... It doesn't stop me from pressing every button anyways. Excuse you, Thresh takes big brain plays. Well, you know, like waiting and fishing out Q after standing still doing nothing for 30 seconds. Now that's how you play Thresh optimally. Thresh is fun, okay, but he's definitely not someone you would spam every buttons. I mean, he kind of is when you actually land a hook and you're right beside them. But it's like there's a timing to everything. It's a combo. You press all the buttons, but in a certain timing, and in a certain order. Although now he's mentioned, that's pretty much every unit. Hey, Berserk! Nice to see you again. Even though I was just DMing you a moment ago. Do you have something in your mouth, Berserk? Because it sounds like you're slurring your words. Why is this song so particular? Lettuce? Someone likes Sora spit too much. God, I wish I had something in my mouth, do you know what I mean? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Let's get to grinding, everyone. Last day, less than 24 hours left. I've currently got 2 units on my site to seed, so it's a pretty decent motivation for me. Thanks to Leanne and she as well as Tsukiyomi. Not Tsukiyomi. Never again. Which part? Goemon. So yeah, I'll be able to almost fully seed one of them in terms of coins. Although I don't have the actual seeds to do it with after the stream is done. Is it just me, or is this song like slightly louder than the previous ones that were just playing? I wonder if there's a way to use VLC to make sure everything is about the same volume. Maybe I'll Google it later if I remember. Hope all your days are going good so far. It is just barely begun here. I mean, I know it's already like almost 1 p.m. here, but yeah, I wasn't doing much before the stream started. Just lurking the server a bit and had some breakfast. Very boring morning. Hopefully I'll get some work done today though. Sounds the same? Oh, okay, that's good. Thanks for letting me know. How about the sound? It'd be weird, cause like, yeah, I don't know. I would assume it would be like the same for me if it was the same for you. Your message is sent late? Oh. Don't tell me the stream. Okay, the stream latency is low latency. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. If any of you guys need pointers with your teams for coin scuffles or any other map, just let me know. I am your guy, your main support. I'd probably just recommend 2 Envaris plus a shot unit and the Ikotoshi Batsing AR card. I'm not very original, but it's pretty optimal. Hey, leveled up. Time to swap out my watermelon. Let's see, change the text to... no, that's wrong filter. Yeah, that should be fine. So right now I'm just searching out the unit that's actually gaining the experience in my sub-members with the Treat Engine Air card. Preferably a Fire Water Wood unit. Do I... Maybe I should filter it by fire exclusively, yeah. Huh. Never leveled up my fire mobster, weird. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, I do. I prepared myself a cup of hot chocolate this morning. Probably should have added some sugar. It's pretty bitter. I've also got a couple of water bottles too. Spread chocolate. No, it's just some basic, like cheap stuff you get from the grocery store. That's brandless. I do love me some hot chocolate. Usually people go out for, you know, coffee or beer or whatever, or like maybe even tea. No, I'm more of a hot chocolate person. I also like French vanilla and the white chocolate and anything sweet. Really, I've got quite the sweet tooth. What? I said it was cheap. I didn't say it was bad. It's still pretty sweet. Like there's this brand here in Canada. Oh, sorry, this what you call it? There's this fast food brand in Canada called Tim Hortons. I'm not sure if it's fast food is the right term to describe it, or chalet maybe, but they like serve donuts and like hot chocolate and coffee and shit like that. And I'm like, I absolutely love their hot chocolate, even though it's the cheapest shit ever. They actually like, they probably have my favorite kind of hot chocolate. Only second to the one my mom thinks. Hello, 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 Gawi. Yeah. Have a good day. Hopefully you're not too groggy. Get washed up if you haven't already. And join me in grinding and in chat. It's good to see you again. You quit the last room yesterday to talk to. Oh, you love Tim Hortons? That's strange. I'm surprised they have any recognition outside of Canada. I know they opened a few locations in the United States, but like generally their products aren't really that amazing. In fact, I believe there's something about them that's like they're exploitative of Canadian identity or something. It's kind of the meme. Yeah, it's like a Canadian whatchamacallit, a Canadian fast food restaurant that's not actually Canadian. But yeah, their hot chocolate is fantastic. Even if everything else there is pretty... I mean, I like their donuts too. Donuts and hot chocolate. What other reason we don't go there? Their coffee? Hell no. Their coffee tastes like the fluid that comes out of a leaky garbage bag. Oh, Canadian cousins. I don't know how to respond to that, I guess. That's neat. I actually don't really... Like, I know here in Canada, a number of my relatives and my friends just also have relatives in America. So there's quite a large proportion of, you know, Canadians who have people they know in America. I'm not sure what the proportion is vice versa, though. Hey, Ara, do you have any characters you just, like, straight up hate? Yes, I do. A lot of them for personal reasons that aren't even related to character, but people who like that character, or who relate to that character. But also, for, you know, their like, appearance in-game also affects me. And also their kits. Okay, so unit number 1 I absolutely hate. Ten Grisner. Don't ask why I hate him, but I really hate Ten Grisner. Number 2 character I absolutely despise. Behemoth. You can already see my opinion on him when I did my Valentine's Extravaganza playthrough. He was not a fun character in the event, and also personal reasons I really dislike him. Number 3 character that is a character I strongly dislike. This is more recent. Just don't ask about it, please. Labe. No, thank you. No, thanks. And by association, a lot of the Uenos too, like Kushi. I used to love Kushi. That's the reason why I joined the game, but my like for Kushi has plummeted severely. Yeah. Hating Valiants? Hating Valiants. Yeah, I hate their kits for sure. I don't really dislike the characters themselves in Valiants, but yeah, I just hate the attribute. I feel bad for the units that are forced into Valiant. Yeah, I am xenophobic. Spread the word. Hey man, like, I used to like them a lot, but like, holy shit, there's There is how do I describe this? There's a lot of people in the server that, and you know, they attract certain kinds of people, and of course Uenos would be one of the most common picks to like from them. It's because, you know, they're adorable and whatever, and they got great designs, but as a result they also attract certain people that are just easy for me to end up disliking. Oh man. Or to grow to dislike. Yeah. Personal reasons, basically. How about Alp the squeaky match? I'm okay with Alp. Alp is fun. I use his emojis a lot. Hey, yo! Put your hands up! Tomio is always there. He's my spirit animal. Vaga Tomio. Vaga Tomio. Vaga Tomio. Fenrir I actually don't care about either way. Fenrir exists. But yeah, he's that moment when you realize he's a bondage rep, like outright, and it's very visible in his dart. It's like, interesting choice, LifeWonders. Other characters I dislike, it's mostly those characters. Tangrisner, Lloyd, Behemoth, and Fushi, to some extent. Oh yeah, other characters that I dislike, not because of like personal reasons, but mostly because of their in-game like artwork or you know, their personality or whatever. Kagutsuchi as well as Aizen. Oh, and Easter Mobster. Fuck Easter Mobster. He can go to hell. I think the reason why I dislike Easter Mobster is pretty obvious. Yeah, well, don't ask about it, Berserk. Design-wise, like I said, Aizen, Kagutsuchi, mostly those two. Oh, all the ghosts. You know, the ghost, designed by Bomb. No thanks. Like, I'm actually okay with Daichis. I don't mind them. Obviously, since I use them, and I don't like shit on them like most people do. But yeah, the ghosts, Kagutsuchi, and Aizen are probably my least favorite design. So much so that I actually dislike them outright, even if they didn't do anything wrong personally. Oh, Hanuman. I really dislike Hanuman. He should not be a summoner. He just absolutely, yeah. Kagu doesn't even make sense design-wise. It appeals to no one. Who is Kagu supposed to appeal to? Literally no one. Like freaking even like, no, I'm not even going there, but like no one would like Kagu. Not even the kind of, not even, you know, but like, yeah. Is that supposed to be a pun, Gawi? It's less about Aizen's design. I mean, I don't really like Aizen's design, but it's not something I hate too much about him. It's more about Aizen's voice. Like, he was a, yeah. How dare all of you have love without me? Fucking Aizen. Bug boy. He can go and stay go. This is officially the which character Ayrton hates stream. I think another reason why I really... Okay, shut the fuck up, Berserk. But another reason why I hate Aizen is because of his kit. He's supposedly a good unit, but it's such a boring playstyle that... and it's so brainless that... I don't know. It kind of like... People kept on saying use Aizen, and then he encouraged, like... shitty gameplay, shitty strategizing, not really thinking about the game itself. So that's another reason why I dislike Aizen. Hey, Daddy! Nice to see you again. I don't think you've joined the stream too often, but I've seen you a couple of times on the server, I believe. But yeah, that's actually a pretty short list of units I dislike. I did actually make a tier list of units I liked and disliked. And actually a whole tier list of it is on my Twitter. Of course, there's not really a reason to follow my Twitter because I barely use it. But it's there if you want to see it. And you can clearly see that people like Kagutsushi, Aizen, Ghosts, they're all in the bottom. But for the grand majority, like 90 to 95%, I'm actually like either indifferent or I like them a bit or a lot. So in general, like even though I do dislike units, and like I'm actually a person that has a higher opinion of most characters in general than other people. Like I said, I'm okay with Daichi's. I actually do like Miniaki. You know, these are like generally unpopular units, stuff like that. Wow, lucky you. I wish I could forget him that much. Leet. Leet deserves more attention. Give Leet more attention! Give him a second love quest. Give him a second variant. Give him more skill evolutions, or even one. Seriously. In terms of units that actually are lacking in attention, I don't know. I don't really think about them. Anyone that I don't really think about, like Taramaichi, I guess deserves more attention. Freaking, hopefully, I don't know. That's a weird question because like I'm not thinking about units that are lacking attention, right? He's already got a variant. I mean a second variant. I know he already has a shadow, aka freaking Envari, and I know Envari, and I know leaked Shadow also has a shadow, aka Alberich, but like he deserves another shadow. Isn't Envari basically just like leaked, except shorter, stockier, and likes money and is and doesn't wear glasses? He's basically the same thing. Like look at this. He even has the same pose, kind of. He's sitting down. He has the smile, and if you look at him, it's like, look at that smile. That smile. It's the same thing. So basically, Envari is Leet's shadow. Basically, he's the Shino. He's the Shino of you know, of Leet. If Moritaka was to Leet, so if Moritaka was to Shino, then Leet would be to Envari. Berserk, shut the fuck up, please. T-Bird needs attention from LifeWonders. Yeah, maybe. When lacking attention, I mostly mean appearing in main story or not having a variant. And I'm not gonna read that last comment from you, Mr. Berserk. You're so nice. When lacking attention, I mostly mean in story. Remember when Gandharva appeared in main story for like a split second? In like chapter 5 or something? And then disappeared in relevance immediately after. Also, he appeared at the end of in the brief cameo of chapter 9, but like, you know, I'm not in chapter 10, so I don't know if he shows up more. Be quiet, Berserk. Okay, let's see. Lacking attention mostly means appearing as a... So, obviously, the most obvious choice for everyone to point out in terms of units lacking variants are the same. Whoever designed Ophion and Makan, and like I know Makan has a variant, but like basically the same artist doesn't really leave. I think his name is Gamma or something. Gamma Jir, I forget. Yeah, Gamma's characters generally are missing out on a lot of variants, even though they've been there since like Gen 1, like Makara, Ophion, stuff like that. Yule. Yeah, Yule deserves a variant. He's cute. And I want to see a lewd skin of him, to be honest. He's too wholesome! We must lewd Yule. Christine. Yeah, she does deserve more attention, but like give her some actual like sensical appearance in the main story. She's been so cryptic and she looks like she plays an important role, but if you like read a laundry list of what she actually did, it's like almost nothing. She just sort of just like describes what happens in the background. I don't know, just clarify her role more in the main quest, and maybe give her a main quest variant like Makan and Porke or Kame received a main quest variant, and then that'd be decent for them. I hate Motosumi's design. It's the most boring out of all of them by far. I actually like Motosumi's design. He's the delinquent type of character. I wouldn't call it boring per se. I mean, it's a bit odd, his variants design, but everyone's design in the Setsubun event was weird. It was like freaking tiger printing. I think that it's just a cultural difference, obviously, but it's kind of weird. In terms of his regulars, though, yeah, I wouldn't say it's boring. It might be oddly colored, and though it kind of uses a lot of dark linings. That makes him seem a bit odd. Marcosius, I mean, he got a lot of attention in main quest, at least chapter 8. Seemed to play an important role in terms of the protagonist having some sort of personal breakthrough and understanding of how people are like. But yeah, it'd be nice if he received more attention in events and stuff and got his variant. She's probably gonna appear later in the main quest. It's been teased by herself since like chapter 5 and 6. Yeah, she's definitely a main quest kind of person, but I don't know. She's like in the same territory as Alice, where it seems like they play important roles, but then they don't really do anything in the end. I mean, I guess Alice explained a lot or something in chapter 6. But she's being too secretive, and she already has her variant, so it's like, you know, her time of relevance is running short. Especially with like chapter 9, there's like Christina's just like, you done fucked up good, Alice. Your role is done. You can't do anything, even though you're a game master. So that was a bit funny. I was like, you know, Alice seems so important. Christina's just like, nope, you're not important. I'm waiting for Goemon to be relevant. Oh, me too. I mean, he was very relevant for his own event, right? He was the feature unit. But I didn't even see that event because it wasn't translated. And just like press the skip. He's really cute, but like make him like, you know, hyper relevant, please. He's like one of the best. He is, for me personally, the best Fluffy character in terms of design, and also in terms of like his voice acting is top tier, and his laugh is just wonderful. You know, that stuff. It's wonderful. I love his voice. I love his design. I love his expressions. I love everything about Goemon, except his story, because I have no idea what his story is like. MC personally needs more attention. Well, that was true up until like chapter 9, because like it was very vague about like what exactly the protagonist was. He just topped in and, you know, he solved things, but in terms of you know, understanding what exactly the protagonist was, he had like a monkey D. Luffy syndrome. It wasn't explained until ages later, which is good. It makes them more interesting and more intriguing, and also it shows you that like even within yourself there are secrets that you don't know yet. So yeah, the protagonist does need more attention, but it's getting there. Like it was definitely exposed more in chapter 9, and as he said himself, or she said, depending on which character you choose, they're learning more about themselves as the game goes on. He wants to learn more about himself through learning about Solomon and stuff like that. So we're learning with the protagonist what they're all about. Ben 10. She's a fun character. I would like to see more Ben 10 leaked interactions. I know Ben 10 was she's basically was responsible for Ben 10 and Leak were responsible for this. Him choking, as well as the actual official card of him choking. So yeah, this is literally like, there are two different emojis I have just from Leak choking because of his friends. I want to know more about Ben 10. Kuniyoshi had his variant. I actually did read the fan translation for that event, the Nightmare event. So I think I have a decent understanding of what Kuniyoshi's like. He's a good person, honestly, even if some people find him weird. Ben 10 though, like, she's just kind of a she's kind of a ditz, kind of like a, you know, a TikToker. She acts all trendy and all like standoffish in terms of being like a, you know, someone who's a trend breaker. You know, what do you call it? Like a rebel. I forgot what the term is. But yeah, she's actually kind of like shallow, even though she is the rebellious type. So she has like an interesting side like that. I want to know more about her in terms of her relation to Leaked. MC5 and Leaked are breaking social distancing. Influencer is one word to describe her. Contrarian. I think that's the term. She's like a contrarian, or like, I don't know. She's. It's in her. I'll just read her description. The word is definitely used in her description. So I'm just gonna like, look at the water slot for a second. Hide. What does Ben 10's description say? I think she's shot type. There you go. Okay, so here's what it says. Interest, subculture, selection made in by confident. Non-conformist. There you go. Okay, so she's that kind of person. She doesn't conform. She just like does her own thing, and she struggles with because of it. But honestly, even if she is a non-conformist, she's still like the shallow type in terms of you know, taking fucking selfies in front of the ocean and trying to get like clicks and attention for it. Like she wants a recognition for her non-conformity. So it's kind of weird how it is, but honestly, like it's pretty typical for a high school student. What are you talking about? MC and Leaked are like household chairs, so they're not spreading anything. Do you have any idea how many chapters there? Gold? Oh my G. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm making gold. Do you have any idea how many chapters there should be to make every chapter relevant in some way? To make every character relevant in some way? That's never gonna happen, Gawi, no matter how many chapters, because guess what? New characters are released all the time too. At a much greater rate than like new characters are actually featured in the main quest. So some characters will forever be event characters, never actually touched on in the main quest. Okay, calm down with the edge, Berserk. You're at 17 mil? I think that's... Is it 170? There's no way you're at 170 mil. What the heck? I mean, I guess it's technically possible if you never used any drinks before this point and have it grinding non-stop. But 170 mil is kind of insane. In terms of a one coin grinding session. Then again, I've probably almost grinded 100 mil myself in this entire stream. not this stream. I mean, in this entire past weekend, as well as last weekend. I could have gotten more, but you know, I'm actually running low on drinks, and I've grinded plenty before. Hello, Samo. I just finished talking about my least favorite characters that I actually, you know, it ranges from dislike to hate to two, which characters should get more screen time, more relevance, and yeah. Do I need to use some extra drinks? All right. I'm running out low on drinks. That'll be my stopping point today. Not like a specific time frame, but like when I reach a certain amount of drinks remaining. I can't use them all because I need some drinks remaining for like the next coming event. Oh, Daddy says, I just realized that today is for coin riding, and I spent my all day harassing Tez. I mean, the day's not over yet. One day I will understand these Tez memes. One day. Until then, I will be like I'll be waiting for chapter 10's translation release. From what I gather from all the memes, Tez is like some sort of war criminal or something, and there are apologists just like look past that, and he's some sort of, because they're like unga bunga horny. That's the furthest of my understanding when it comes to Tezcatli Poke memes. There's joke art where Tez peeps at the protagonist to while changing clothes. Through a mirror. Oh, I'm surprised that's as far as it goes, because I'm pretty sure there's a dirty area other than that. That's pretty much it. I don't even know what he did. Don't spoil exactly what war crimes he did, but you know, I would figure he's committed some atrocities. Like what was already spoiled in terms of like infecting people with like memories or whatever from failed dupes. But I don't know. He's the leader of a guild that is literally, you know, whose literal philosophy is to trap the protagonist to some sort of eternal war or something. So it's like understandably, like the main boss of that would have some people who, you know, squinting at people who would squinting at people who apologize for him in that sense. Imagine if MC ended up with a mob in the end of the main story. I mean, he probably would. Not just the mob, but like with everyone, including all the mobs. Because like it's likelier that MC would end up with everyone than with a single unit, to be honest. And it's likelier that MC would end up with no one than with everyone. There's no way there's gonna be a canon unit in the end with MC. Why does this mess show up within topic changes? Sorry for the delay. It's the same settings though. I don't understand why it's acting off. I'm just gonna have to get used to it. There's a faster latency setting I could have used, but last time I tried it, there's like big skips into the playback, so I'm not using that latency setting again. I'm just going for low latency. First unit, first sight, first love. Red only. Yeah, I mean it's a valid choice. Did MC already have Oni? I mean Oniwaki. Oniwaka. Yeah, he already secured Oniwaka's heart. As you saw in Chapter 8, he secured basically like 6 or 7 people's hearts there. Through the power of making out. Through the power of Frenching, obviously. Joji and Oni too. Yeah. I need to recenter these emoji. Where's my Yammer going? Excuse me, who? JK. Toji's a... Yeah, Toji was someone I disliked in the beginning, but he redeemed himself quite well in chapter 6 as well as chapter 8. Chapter 6 he made a huge clown of himself and no one even brought it up. I was like, and every single, and like in chapter 2 he's like, how dare you bring up an exception? But in chapter 6 it's like, he brings up an exception. What a clown. But yeah, he's someone I like a lot more now. So he's a valid summoner, unlike some like fire type units. Shake my head. Hanuman, get the fuck out of my game. Oh yeah, I should. Let's see. MC is surrendered by Tomio. His lucky yes. Let's surrender him with more Tomio. Plus Suzuka for some reason. Lol Suzuka. I don't need to add a Lol Suzuka emoji because Lol Suzuka's already here. Sore ass. It will be sore after I'm done with it. Do I know what Tomio is? Yeah, here we are. Is it 55 million for fully level and skill seed? Well, 55 plus some change if you're gonna use the boosts. But yeah, pretty much 55. That'll be 22.5 per level for all the level seeds and 22.5 for all the skill seeds. What's up, Gawi? Or are you just saying hi? Hi. I'm doing alright. Gawi. Gawi. That's not cool, Gawi. It's not cool. Shut up! I actually spent a lot more than that because remember, I pulled for off stream too. And actually, I'm pretty sure I spent like 4 tickets on the previous coin stream as well. Or, yeah, but yeah. Irby, you stupid ass bitch. You don't even have her either, don't you? Like, what the hell? Are you really saying that? Really, that's someone gone. Just give me my login ticket ready. I need to vote more for her. See, we're on the same boat, Irby. Don't act superior to me. Yeah, I do. Like, her 3 is nice, but it's not her 4. Like, people are saying her 3 is good, but like, her 3 is good for her 3. Her 4 is good because it's one of the best units in the game. Her 3 is not. Like, her 3 isn't even a CP battery. I actually need her CP battery functionality. She does not bestow any CP as a 3. Yeah, her voice, whenever she activates the skill with her kawaii, it's actually like, it is a lot more annoying than most units. It's actually like Ken and Kijimuna tier. Except I just think Ken and Kijimuna is funny because of everyone's reaction to it. But no one's reacted to Leanne and Shi's voice. It is annoying as fuck. But I don't care, I'm fully seeing that annoying voice. Oh no. It's like, ugh. You know, maybe I am hoping that part 2 is actually better than part 1 and Leanna will get power cut. Because it would be annoying to bring that voice every single time. It'd be like basically me bringing up, in a sense, Aizen, who I really dislike for his voice too. 100 stones and 10 tickets. I got Tani while I wanted Leanna. Goddamn mood. She took the stones and the kids. And the Kotaro dupes. Oh, well, that was a mistake. Berserk, no! That is sin. This is a sin-free stream. It's not slander, it's fact. One of the main reasons I don't use him, didn't use him even a long time ago, was because of his voice. I actually did get a fully seated Aizen support very early on in the game because there was someone in the server who was basically like, you know, noob hunting at the time, just like looking for, you know, FP slaves in their friend list, and noobs would do it the most. And then he added me, and he had like fully seated Aizen and everything. And then I like at most used him maybe like 4 or 5 times. I was just like, I thought he was like just not fun because his voice was not something I wanted to hear every single time. Along with this kid too. Rest in peace, Graph Ward. That's a user that added me for their Aizen and Jean. That'd be a fantastic buff for Aizen. Just to remove him from game. That'd be the best improvement he can get. Literally anything sounds like ASMR when you're not hearing Aizen's voice in comparison. Alright, so we used about like 6-7 drinks so far. 9 drinks, and then I'm like donezo. So it's not gonna be for a while because using a single drink actually does take a while in this. I feel like if you could have multiple variants of the same unit, you'd have a full team of Somios, and somehow made it viable. Maybe not. His CP functionality is fantastic. His charge leaks charges though are generally not something you want to be building. For both his regular and his Valentine variant. For his regular, it's what does he even do? He does like fucking he reduces CP, which is like you can get it in better as a regular skill. For like his variant, it's like it's possession, which is a meme, and it turns into fucking slash range, not wide slash range. It's and he like I prefer the leak having his full range, obviously, as a shot rather than having him like turn in that range. It's not something that I don't really like his charges at all. Yeah. And Berserk, you said that already. Please be quiet. Stop trying to trigger me. My tiny heart can't take it. My tiny shriveled heart. Except when it's all big and dumb for the leak. Is that an invitation? When Albert releases, Ara can finally have a team full of Tomios with Envari. Oh yeah, he bet. I'd be pretty excited about that. Just like having only leaked variants. Leaked, Envari, Albrecht, and a support with one of those guys again. It'd be like a dream come true, being spit roasted. I mean, surrounded by them all. Or like even protagonist. That'd be a dream. Weak bottom. No bottom top jokes in my chat. I actually really despise those, like, to a personal level. I know it's like a standard joke, but like, get the fuck out of here with those. Berserk, you confuse me sometimes. That's my feeling whenever I remember that there's still no ARs for support units. That's my reaction, bruh. LifeWonders. Why? Why are there no ARs for supports yet? What is the reason? Why? I can get mad, yeah. Right now I'm not particularly mad. Gonna work on that. Uptime is 1 hour 30 minutes. We're making decent progress. We've already exhausted a bit more than 5 drinks. At this rate, maybe it'll take like another hour and 30 plus some change before you reach my goal of having only 10 drinks remaining. God, I'd love for Albert to release, honestly, though. He's actually pretty cute in his design. Has a nice smile. I'd really like to see the translation for the beachside event. Between Goemon and Kotaro and freaking Alberich. Lots of reasons why I'd want to actually see the translation for that specific event. Like, I also like Chernobog too, but like, there's too much. There's like some people in the server that take his wholesomeness a bit too far, and it's a bit too lame, like toast for me. It's like, it's pretty annoying. It's bad. No, Irby, don't spoil it for me. My dream of like, you know, falling in love with Goemon because of his wonderful, exuberant nature. You're destroying the dream. It's okay, Irby. Why you gotta do this to me? I'm excited for like so many of the units there. Like fucking even Kotaro because like I'm obligated to care about him, and also Goemon because Kahana Hara Yunadas, and because and Albert, he's a cool being who's basically like Leaf, and Envari himself. How could I forget Envari? Oh my gosh, Envari's actually such a fun character. Whenever like whenever he talks in both his the Great Gendarme as well as in Blackstone Hatsu Mountain. He's actually very fun, especially his interactions with Cherno. And I'm also interested in Cherno as well. But like I said, the reason why I didn't mention Cherno until now is because like some people made me like a bit less in the server. You just too much cheesy ass shit like, you know, Chernobog makes you barbecue and buys shit for you from Home Depot ASMR. I'm like, I'll skip on that shit. But Cherno is a cool character too. The only characters I really don't care about in the event are what we call Sets and Bolos. But that's like a huge proportion of units I care about in the event. I still didn't like it, but that's just my preference on how it runs eventually. Yeah, not enough fish teach, I'm guessing. But I mean, events are usually hit or miss. I mean, whatchamacallit. I actually did like the Gendarme event, where a lot of people didn't, and then meanwhile a lot of people like the Extravaganza where I didn't, so it's weird like that. At least it's not something like Valentine time slip, but I'd love to have my mind changed, because, you know, we again, you guys got the translation from no, it was not the characters or Ooga Booga, and we got, if you like Chub Chub, yeah, I do. The world needs to know, but yeah, I really want to. You know, Rorim's translations, you know, it kind of biases everyone's sort of perspective on it. What are you saying? Because people are seeing Chernobog's praises constantly is annoying. Exactly. Like he's a good character and I like his design and all that. But like, when the fuck did he become like the fucking character representative of wholesomeness? Like, no thanks. I'm not playing this game for wholesomeness. I want fucking Chernobog to destroy me another hole and across my mountains or something. Like none of this like fucking wholesome Chernobog dad shit. No thanks. But it's like literally tweeted every single time someone mentions Chernobog. It's so come on. I actually don't just dislike Chernobog more because of the server. Even I liked him as a whole personally. It's not just one person doing it either too. It's like a lot of people making Chernobog more wholesome than he should be into my tastes. Like wholesomeness is nice, but like you're completely like I don't know. You're completely sanitizing the character, which is way too boring for me. Like, are you guys forgetting this guy literally killed several people in his original mountain? And was like, well fully planning to kill the protagonist too in the story, and almost did, but like fucking like Housamo saved him, or like he broke through to his own like a rule of rending. Like literally, he killed the protagonist, or was essentially did, and then everyone's trying to make him wholesome. Like, no thanks. I want like big, intimidating Cherno that it can be nice, but also has like a foreboding side to him. It wasn't his choice, so it's fine. God damn it, August. Yeah, I really dislike the sanitization that people do in that server with certain characters. Like, can't you just enjoy their characters for their flaws too, and for their personality? Like, I feel like, I don't know, they just have to, like, raise people up to some sort of, deify them to some sort of saint level to appreciate them. Otherwise, they're like terrible all around. It's either they're a saint that must be praised for ASMR or shit like that, or they're like mistakes that other artists shouldn't exist or something. It's ridiculous. It's, just take both the good and bad. Come on, the same can be said about every genocide. Then there's quite a few genocide stands. Come on. Yeah, no one's ever mentioned anything about Az's thoughts in terms of, like, why he's a good character. I absolutely love Az's thoughts. You know why? Because he fucking murdered Shino, and he has a fantastic laugh, and he knows a lot. Not because he's some wholesome little brother shit. No, none of that. And Chernobog has the same for Envari, it seems. Yeah, I want to see more of that. Whenever people mention Chernobog, they don't mention Envari for some reason. Come on. Come on. Come on! Like, these characters are good and they deserve praise, but they did not deserve to be sanitized. That's actually doing them wrong, in my opinion. They deserve to be, taken holistically and enjoyed for the full picture. You're actively xenophobic. Don't let that one person in the server know. I'm not xenophobic. I love Shino. And one of the best things I love about Shino is he fucking died and made the story amazing, okay? That's fact. You can't be a Shino stan without loving his death. If you say you love Shino and you don't love his death, I'm sorry, but you're deluding yourself. He's the one that escalated the story of Housamo to new heights in terms of actually taking characters seriously, and it's not just some dumb horny game. Are you saying reinforcing faves to deities with no flaws whatsoever, reducing their opinions and thoughts to people's own personal beliefs is bad? Nani? Keeping certain messages censored. I know they literally genocide the city. It's in the name. Mahat certain Mahat family. Oh, I see it. Yeah, you basically said the same thing. Stop cursing. Makami's over. He said, why is Kami's even censored? What the fuck? It's a meme word. Kami's is not a curse, it's a bless. If you like your potty mouse, you should be standing Kango and C3. But I got like as you can see, I have some particular strong opinions with regards to that. I want to enjoy my characters for who they are, like with all the facts presented out, not to just like take the best side and turn like shoehorn them into some sort of, you know, perfect husband material that's just not them and completely out of character and completely ignores every single other aspect about them. Come on, it's ridiculous. Same reason jerking off got censored. Fucking YouTube, Jesus Christ. I wish there was a way to turn off these censors. I don't think there's any way from what I can tell. Yeah, of course. You're like Shiro. Like even from you, like the main Shiro stand on the server, I don't see anything over tough when it comes to describing him. I think the worst criticism I've heard from Shiro is like he's boring or something. But like no one's really ever gone over the top with how wholesome he is. Mostly because he just doesn't have that many stance. But yeah, if you had more stands, trust me, it'd be terrible. You'd be lucky that your favorite character is not liked by many others, because when they are, then they have to like fit in the, you know, the idealized propaganda image of like whatever the ideal husband is. Just like no flaws, always good to you, always saying what you want to hear, and always like being like super wholesome. Yeah, not for me. No thanks. These characters aren't supposed to be ideal, okay? That's why you're supposed to love them. You don't love them because like they fit some sort of perfect ideal that you have predisposed in your mind. You stop shoehorning them into that ideal. You're wonderful because of the full package, and then you relate to their flaws as well as appreciate their benefits, and try to change yourself rather than expecting them to like change to your expectations. I believe. Oh man, I haven't changed my EXP parasite, but yeah, the best way to. For me, like, I know like a person really appreciates this character if they're able to change them themselves, and because the best thing you can do about like in terms of appreciating a character is for well, one of the best things is self-improvement, I guess. Let's see. I said he would make a great dad. Maybe. I mean, that's what the Valentines are for in pies. Anyways. Have a good day, guys. I'm better off. It's 1 a.m. here. Hey, thanks for joining, Daddy. Have a good night, man. Or whatever you're gonna do from here on. Oh, that was shit. Oh well. Please. Of course there's evasion. Never mind. My main complaint with Shiro is always just that his plans almost always work, and he knows everything because the plot requires it a lot of the time. Yeah. Now you got me thinking about it. I need to think more about Shiro. I honestly hate Walk-On because of that literally a character that has no character other than be wholesome with no flaws. I actually like Walk-On because of he's nice, but because of his unwitting innocence. And one of the things that his unwitting innocence does is it actually ends up hurting Gunzo a lot. If you actually ended up seeing his reaction in fucking Gunzo's reaction in Oh the Great Gendarme, it's pretty funny how he was just like when they started mentioning that Walk-On's basically like that to everyone. You should have seen Gunzo's face of devastation. He was smiling, and he was just like, trying to ignore that was ever said. But you could clearly see he was being like, I'm gonna my mind break at the moment. So yeah, the thing is, like, there's characters that yeah, like that. I'm in my there's characters like fucking, Horkei Okami or Walk-On that has like character development, characters in themselves that you may not appreciate, but like looking at it from a step back, it's actually a bit more complex, like with their interactions. For example, people criticize Horkei Okami because it's like, I don't know, he's not perfect and he kills children or whatever, but taking a step back, it's I mean, yeah, he kills children or whatever, but it's like, he tries his best, and people like blame him for being stupid or like doing the same thing, but you gotta like appreciate his honesty about it, and like, he's trying his best, and not everyone can be a super genius like Shiro that knows the right thing to do. And he is visibly trying to improve, but no one ever brings that up. They only bring the fact that he's a child mirror that gets everything wrong. It's like people are complex, man. Just because they're boring in the front, or like they don't behave the way you do doesn't mean like you can't take a step back and fully analyze them for flaws. Like Walk-On, yeah, he's boring in output, but the way he mind breaks guns is pretty funny for me. Do I really not have any more fire units I can level? I guess you don't. Wow, that's kind of fucky. Oh wait, I have the fire merman. Okay, I can do that later. Soon? Let's see, what words are you saying? Don't worry, I'll see his friends die soon. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, he won't have any memory of it, but hopefully. Speaking of Walken, yeah, this will be the perfect emoji to replace his face with. Mind breaking Walken day by day. Sorry, Gunzo day by day. People don't actually want complex characters. They want Mary Sue's or just someone who fits their narrative of a good character. That's no, Zalgas, don't. I hate that so much. Fuck Mary Sue's. Fuck idealizations of characters. I want broken, imperfect characters that don't necessarily, like, that want to improve, but don't necessarily in the end, you know? I want characters that are deeply flawed and just, like, you know, someone I can relate to and for the struggles and, oh, fucking shit. Someone like Jiro characters, you know? Like that. Characters that are, like, even if they try their best, even if they're painted as a good guy for the entire time, they could end up being the fucked up one in the end. What do you think was worse? The time of Aizen or the time of Kotaro? The time of Kotaro is still on. What are you talking about? That time still has not ended. I'm not saying that up now. Well, maybe a bit. But it's too soon to say with Leanna. Actually, Leanna doesn't even remove Kotaro out of the middle. Leanna actually just makes Kotaro even more strong. So it's kind of ridiculous to say that at this point. But Kotaro being phasing out, yeah, I can see that maybe it's starting to begin now. Now that his exclusivity is not as exclusive since Leanna can make anyone Kotaro. Oh wait, is it Walken Pill? Yeah, he is. He like retains memories of like happiness or something. Happy memories at least. Kotaro's more fun because he gets to blow. He's always been able to blow up stuff, but now he gets to blow up stuff even more harder and maybe a bit faster if you use her for her CP strats too, and also a lot safer too because she could just like yeet him away with her extended movement in all directions. Whew. I feel a bit lightheaded from like talking that much. But man, can't people just appreciate them? Like, I know you can like criticize people for, you know, their flaws and all that, but can you like not what's the term, like flanderize them, to like characterize them into some sort of like they're either the bad traits or the good traits? Take it as a whole. Give them that respect as like a full being. Jeez. Everyone deserves consideration. Everyone deserves a closer look. You're not doing them any good by only looking at their good side. I absolutely resent people that like only give positive compliments without the negatives, and also that people just there's a balance, you know. If you want to be helpful, you can't just yeah. I don't know. I'm getting a bit personally worked up here. People will only ever latch on to one character trait that they either really like or they really hate, and that's the character for them. That's literally all over the server. Oh god, yeah, it is. It's so terrible. Because like, it's really depressing. I don't know. People just don't jive with me that in that personal level in terms of understanding people. Like, you always say for me that I'm too considerate or like I give people too much chances. But that's because, you know, I'm not those people that fucking idealize things. I don't like say they're bad or they're good. I put it not just for like characters in the game, but for everyone in general. I give them a full chance. I give them a full evaluation. I'm not gonna fucking, you know, summarize them down to one word. It's like, that's not fair, and it's not, and it won't get you anywhere with understanding them. It'll only get you somewhere with, like, I don't know, dismissing them and moving on with your life at best. Just Just do the name drop. There's only one annoying Takamaru stan in the server. Like, we're all thinking him, but, yeah, he's a controversial one. But for the sake of respect for him, I won't name drop him for now. Is there a reason why I'm not name dropping? I don't know. I actually don't have personal bad blood with him, that's the thing. If I did have personal bad blood with him, maybe I would. But also, I really should refrain from, you know, spilling tea, because that's not what I'm about. Wait, I actually do like Grass. He's a Takamaru stan, the OG Takamaru stan in my opinion. So I wouldn't say all Takamaru stans. I think my main issue with that person, it's not like necessarily his bad opinions, because like what's it called, you know, what's a bad opinion for one person is like might be a good opinion for another person, and you know it just might be something that might not actually. What bothers me about him is he doesn't listen to other opinions. He closes it off, and like as one person put it, he always tries to get the last word. Basically, he just opens his mouth without actually caring about changing his view. Like, I'm okay with people disagreeing with me. I'm okay with people having different opinions from me, and but I want to hear the reasoning. And if you're not going to explain the reasoning, and if you're just going to deny like the side, and if you're not going to try to actually consider me, but like block out my own side, then that's like, I'm more upset that you're just trying to open your mouth and say your opinion without actually giving a shit about what the other person was thinking. That just means like you're basically talking a wall there. That's what I dislike about people. Not the fact that they have different opinions, but the fact that they're not open to other opinions. Bread, the rest doesn't matter. Dead dog loop. Bread? Wait, am I missing something? Did he say something else? Are you really just saying bread? What the fuck, Kirby? Zabania stands are normal people. You say that? Way to toot your own horn, Edgar. I don't know. That Irby person seems pretty odd to me, if you ask me. The quote from Pokemon. I repeat, we won't tolerate with different ideas. That's something the server is sorely lacking. You know what's fucking ridiculous? This is more of like a general opinion of like the people in general, communities in general. I guess especially with the LGBT community, and like during the time it was for a short period of time, I thought the message was all about tolerance. But in reality, it's not about tolerance, what the community is about. The message is all about fucking, you know, defending your own side and, like, not giving a shit about the other side. So I'm not really, like, sympathetic about the LGBT's agenda and their philosophy. I'm more, in a general sense, concerned about being tolerant of people and different ideologies in general. I guess that's one reason why I didn't really connect with people and who, like, identified with LGBT, because they're always, like, they're not actually as tolerant as I was hoping. They're more about, like, you know, identifying with what they are and being proud of it, and at the expense of shutting down other opinions. But for me, I sympathize more with people that are like, you know, try to make an effort to understand and are tolerant and can put up with things and, you know, just doesn't shut down other opinions and is willing to change their opinion. One of the basics I hope that everyone else adopts, but obviously doesn't, and that I try to aim for, is that you shouldn't say your opinion if you're not willing to change it. Like, everyone should engage in, like, arguments and discussions and all that, with going in with in mind that they might, being open-minded towards their ideas being changed. Because if not, then you're not going into discussion, you're not going into argument. What you're doing is, like, you're doing a one-sided conversation with a wall. Like, no thanks, you know? If you're gonna talk with someone, be sure you're ready to change your ideas. Don't be like, so adamant about not changing and just saying your idea. It's so stupid. Never got why people need to flaunt or be proud of the sexual identity. It's literally just a thing. It's kind of like affirmative action in my perspectives, I guess. It's like, rather than being ashamed about it, they took the opposite action to sort of cancel it out, to be affirmative about it and be proud of it. But it's like reverse personality shit. Yeah, your other personalities are pretty terrible, Ruby. No, I'm kidding. You're a wonderful person. But it's more about, that's my perspective on it. It's about affirmative way of handling the self-shame and all that. But it kind of grew into this monstrosity thing where it's like it grew out of control, where just the people, I don't know, they start shutting out different perspectives about it, and I don't know. And then something stupid came out of it, like fucking heterophobia. People shitting on that, and I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous. People are just like, I was hoping for an open-minded community when I ended up being more open about my sexual orientation and my interest in furries. I didn't get that, unfortunately. What I got was just people who aligned with my interests, but were equally as intolerant and equally as not open to new ideas as my previous community. So yeah, I do not sympathize. I really do not like identifying with communities generally because of that. I try to just do my own thing, and I'm more looking out for just tolerance in general. The end of LGBT pride is over for me. It's more about looking for people who are willing to actually open their fucking ears and just listen to other people, and to generally consider changing their opinions about it. I don't know. I'm beating a dead horse here, but this is a large part of my own identity in a sense, of trying to be accepting of other people, even intolerant people. Part of the hard thing about tolerance is that you gotta realize tolerance includes being tolerant of intolerant people, because even they have a side. If you're intolerant about them, then you'll understand. Then you'll have better chance to understand why they're intolerant, and then you'll also be able to maybe figure out the right way to approach those people. But nope. If you're apparently a lot of people in the LGBT community, and at least in our community, it's just they don't bother tolerating. What they do is they just shut them down immediately. They block them, or they make memes out of them. Twitter call them out, and say shit make memes against transphobic people or whatever. They don't care to understand people that are out to get them, or that don't align with their views. They would rather throw shit against the shit throwers. I read talking about tolerance when he can't tolerate. I told you about my opinion about Valiant, okay? And I told you I'm willing to change my mind about Valiant, alright? Valiant can be good. It just currently isn't, because they decide to make units or shit or mediocre kits with Valiant that aren't focused, as well as the distribution of attributes in general are just not well attuned to it. There's just more absolute attributes that are actually advantageous against Valiant, as well as more units within those ones as well, aka your parents. Yeah, it's tough. My mom has been pretty. Okay, my mom's been pretty tolerant of it. I told my brother too about my intuition. I was it's a minor thing. In the end, what's cool about it is they just treat me the same. It's more about they still kind of resent me, but not because of that fact, but because I can be a pretty intolerable person. But yeah, Valiant can be good. It's currently not. Because looking at the chart, it's technically possible to be symmetrically interpreted, but just from the distribution of units in general, it's not. If there are more Nether, Ether, and Infernal units to balance it out, and if there are more Valiant units with actually focused kits that had more good purposes, then yeah, I would change my mind for sure. So if I'm shit talking something, it's probably well thought of or personal, but it's always something I can change my mind about. I never hold too tightly to my ideas. That's another part of my philosophy, because like otherwise, I'd be one of those people that just don't change their minds when the times change. I got really worked up there. I meant the AK my parents comment to what I said before that. Referring to which part? Wait, you retracted a message, Solid Milk, aka Zalgas? Or did fucking YouTube do that? I don't know. You really did this. I mean, aka my parents are so different. Are you talking about like the whole, like tolerance thing? I'm not sure which part you're specifically referring to. I really did pop up. These are really close personal ideas to me. I'm just frustrated, you know? The one time I finally opened up to the community, I realized the ugly truth. People they're not tolerant in this community. I expect to be tolerant. Nope. They're just more self-serving identity, hoarding, what should we call it? Identity politics and fucking tribalism, shit like that. The straight comment? What was the straight comment from earlier? I don't mind straight people, but I just don't want someone to try and convert me to be straight. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I don't really think people are trying to convert you to straight nowadays, but except for maybe your folks. Yeah, I feel the same way. But it's I don't even like identifying as gay. I'll tell you about my tips, but let me read what Zalgas. Yeah, it got censored, but it was just me complaining. Yeah, I do. Zalgas Ray Posteroni. I value every single one of your comments because you're my precious friend. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't really like. I used to identify as gay at one point. After not identifying, but then I retract that statement. I do not like identifying as gay because you know why? Because I can like whatever the fuck I like, and also because it's like, then I would have to like adopt the whole, you know, I would have to join the community of other gays, which is just like they're not tolerant. Just this whole community of things I don't like. I'm just me, okay? I like what I like. I think that's what everyone should aspire to be, rather than you know, burying like. Excusing themselves for their behavior for their own like the group in which they belong. They should like focus on just, you know, identifying as themselves. Like of course there are some things you can't control because of people, like, you know, maybe you're diabetic or maybe you've got some sort of mental disorder or physical disorder, and sure, but you have your own identity and you gotta assert what your identity is, not what groups you belong in. Okay, I see. The EU head jokes that pop up in the server here are they're annoying as fuck. People want to preach equality, but they actually just want to be the majority to hit on the minority for once. Exactly. That's that gets to the cornerstone of it, and it's not showing in the main chat for some reason because I don't know. But yeah, I read out loud for you. It's they make it into meme to be ironic, I think, but I honestly think it's coming to the point where some people are not being ironic about it. So, what we need is not more, not just more acceptance of who we are as people who like things that aren't heteronormative, but just like tolerance in general, more tolerance. Fucking Easter mobs are like I spent money just for the fucking the fucking Bath and Ikotoshi AR card shooting stars, just so that I would never have to deal with him. And even then, it's like he's still annoying when I like slip up and and he has the defense buff from evasion, which it acts as a partial defense buff as well. I also think the pull from the wrestler is pretty annoying too, but that's like manageable at least. They're not hot takes. They're good takes. I don't know. Maybe it's the same thing. I don't want to hear preaching for someone who's not going to listen to other people preaching. If you're not going to have your mind changed, then if you're not willing to have your mind changed, then what you're doing is just you're being an idea, like a parasite of some kind. You're just like throwing your idea out, hoping that other people agree, and giving no shits about what other people think. That's like the worst kind of person for me. They just like bar out the conversation before it could even begin. But Ara, if you don't become part of the community, how else are you supposed to get that retweet validation? I mean, with that said, yeah. On a personal level, sometimes I wish I was like a simple idiot who just like follow the trends of people, and also was not as tolerant, and like Zalgo said, maybe it'd be better if I wasn't as tolerant or wasn't as patient with people. If I just picked the easy answer, things might be easier for me. But because I picked this harder way of like understanding people, and of like trying to stick to my own identity with things, I actually do end up being isolated a lot. Like Housamo is like the first real community I've ever been, and that was like at age 23. Come on, like I've never been in a real community before that point. That's pretty sad. It's lonely like this, to be honest. So, yeah. I'm just glad that I have some people to talk to now, but yeah, if I'm trying to be a bit more forthcoming with my opinions, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, basically missing out on communities, missing out on social experiences. It turns out that happens a lot to me as a result. Well, that's just one factor anyways. Anyways, I don't really use my Twitter account anyway, very much. I really should, but who do I have as followers? Like 27 randos that I haven't really. I don't know. Why do they follow me? Because I'm Arison who makes YouTube content. But the only way you can. I mean, I had a hot take that I told Tammy about, and he seemed like he's a decent Twitter person, I'm pretty sure. And he actually told me like that my evaluation on it was spot on. But he's basically what I said was, it seemed to me that Twitter, the only way you can get a lot of followers and be popular is actually if you actually are willing to spill the tea, and you're always talking about what's trending, and you're willing to, I don't know, like just spread like politic talk about, like make memes about an agenda, such as shitting on transphobes or stuff like that, or I don't know. It's basically you gotta be at a meme level political to some sense. I'm not about that. I don't know. It loses like it seems like the most famous Twitter people are people that go viral, are the ones that actually have something controversial or some sort of position to say. I mean, I'm not doing that now. So maybe I would fit in. I don't know. But I'm just talking about this with friends. I'm not trying to force it onto others necessarily. Well, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. It just feels weird to like post something like that, and just expect people to retweet or something. Hold on, I should like pull out the exact conversation because like I'm like not making sense at all. What did I tell Hammy? Okay, so here's what I said to him. Now, if only I actually use it. It feels weird to tweet things. Like, I know no one gives a shit to hear this personally, so I'm gonna say it to everyone impersonally. Either that, or you're real good shit at sharing memes, or have some sort of political statement, or T, which is And then Hemi basically said, yeah, that's true. So, yeah. Oh, whoops. I should not be doing Twitter. I don't know. It's a thing I need to consider though if I want to ever take this YouTube pursuit seriously in terms of my own public appearance. Because everyone that takes their public appearance seriously also has a Twitter and uses it for shit. So in a professional standpoint, that's why I want to use Twitter, even though this is not really a professional thing at all. But it could be, if I take it more seriously. The attitude to take it seriously comes before it becoming actually serious. That's usually how these entrepreneurships work. Back to the straight thing. I think what I find worse is that if someone is all like, straight couples are the best, and conversations that involve shipping. Oh, what? How many shipping conversations have you been in to like determine that that's actually a common trend? What the heck? Isn't that humor? What the heck? I didn't say anything humorous at the time. Alright, anyways. But yeah, that's pretty odd that you pointed that out. Maybe it becomes normative to ship straight people, but I don't know about people outright saying that straight shipping is better than gay shipping. Then again, like, I sort of actively avoid those kind of shipping things, conversations. It's probably a Twitter American thing. Well, it's not here in Canada, or at least it's not in my my range of view, as someone who barely interacts with social media. Besides the Discord server. Just because I see it on Twitter and in Discord sometimes. Did I learn Japanese? No, I did not. I mean, you gotta be understanding of people who just assume heteronormativity. Like, we're still in an age where people who are coming out of an age of heteronormativity. It's not just suddenly everyone's gonna start, assuming that, like, deep down in their heart that like different types of relationships exist outside of heterosexuality. So yeah, I'm actually pretty tolerant and understanding of people who are transphobes, people who are homophobes, people who just outright reject my personal identity and the community in which I happen to fall in. You know why? Because like I came from the same generation then, and also I was once a transphobe and homophobe myself. So it's like I'm not gonna deny I wasn't. It's part of my my history, and maybe even a part of my like subconscious identity still, even if I am trying to actively work against it. But it's like, you know, everyone deserves understanding, and everyone can be reformed. But you know, if you're just gonna shut them down, then it's not gonna happen. At least not by your influence. Then again, people aren't really looking to influence people that way. Mostly I am, since I want to impact people in that way. Other people are usually just looking for, you know, them to change on their own or something. Or otherwise just reject their existence. The only Japanese I do know is just hiragana and katakana, and my vocabulary is not really large enough to interpret most of those transliterations. I also somewhat recognize some kanji, but I don't recognize most grammatical structures. Yeah, I know how to write some hiragana katakana. I know how to write kanji, the methodological way of doing it, but no, in a practical sense whatsoever, I cannot understand and listen to Japanese. I cannot write Japanese or read Japanese. Half stamina time. It's been half some time for like a week now, but this is the last possible day. It will end in maybe like when is it? Like less than 12 hours, like 10 hours, maybe 8 hours. I forget. No, not less than 24 hours. I'm being dumb. So like 20-ish hours. Fucking, I hate diagonals so much. Did he see that shit? Did he see that shit? Whatever. Gotta hate diagonals. What? And of course the diagonal he didn't mean to happen. Wow, this is such a stupid game. What the fuck's happening in this game? Big butt and Barry. Yes, he does have a big butt. Just how I like him. I wrote in that survey Kenny linked in the server that LifeWonders should either slow down or remove the timer. What? I followed that survey that Kenny did. Is that what they were talking about? But I didn't see any sort of recommendations they did. I only remember in the survey something about like, do you know any Thai artists? I don't remember any recommendations or something like that. Maybe I wasn't reading it carefully. Remove the timer entirely, please. Does Suzuka help farm coins too? I noticed you usually have her in team. Yes, she does. And at least in my specific team, she does. I've explained this several times already, but there are 3 key reasons why I use Suzuka. Her primary reason is that she has extended horizontal movement, so she can reposition shitty turn-on positioning like this. Only like someone with extended horizontal movement into that. Reason number 2 is she can bestow Ardor, which can help Tsukuyomi, because sometimes Tsukuyomi fails his weakness. Usually Tsukuyomi can one-hit everyone, as long as he's able to activate his weakness, but sometimes he doesn't. Interprets feeling it, and in that case, Suzuki bestows Guarder on Face Dirt, which can help in case he does feel it, it will capture that blind spot. And reason number 3 is she's blow range, so she will always miss, which means that she won't slow down the game. Yeah, I don't know any tires too. I mean, maybe I do, I just don't know that they're tied. That's the thing. Now I feel like I wasted my my survey. I should have said something like that. What the heck? Let's see. I wrote to improve the load times and increase announcement frequency. Make it earlier rather than just do a mass announcement on the day stuff releases. I mean, they usually do the day before, except for sometimes when it's the day up. My main thing is just like English translations. Like, actually catch up, goddammit. It's been like, I know they're catching up, they're on pace to it, but I'm still gonna be a sour bitch about that we're still not caught up. But in due time we'll be caught up, I'm sure. I think I'm gonna log on and do the same in EXP Boost Farm 2. I forgot to do this last chance. I just wrote to do more of the Zap Cloud style banners with higher rates for the one focus. I feel like I should have wrote more too. Did Candy Survey really say that? I need to check Candy Survey again. I really don't remember recommendations as there. All I remember was something about like Thai artists, if you know any. Oh, I can change my thingy. My experience order. Oh, I can't level up my my Fire Merman because he just is not limit broken for that. God damn it. I should limit break some units after this. Now I'll do it off screen. Was that really it? Any suggestions? I think I skipped that. God damn it. Okay, let me see. Can I write again in the thingy? Can I complete the survey again? I wonder if I can. Let's see. Oh, I probably can. Any other feedback or requests to share? That's such a minor thing. What the heck? That doesn't even say fucking suggestions. It just says, do you have any feedback or requests? What the heck? That's so vague. I just thought it was like a generic question that was forced in the end. And it's in the back too, so you'd think it's the least important question. That's what I thought, so I just kind of skipped it, I think. I thought the beginning parts were the most important parts. I guess that's what happens when you just like use heuristics to evaluate the worth of each question. You end up missing a lot of things to recommend. Okay, here are my recommendations. 1, remove the timer entirely. Go to LifeWonders website right now, and it will say their game about inclusivity. It's not specifically LGBT. They actually are about inclusivity in general, about like different races, about different LGBTs. Of course, those are the main ones, and of course now they're bringing inclusive race too now. The thing they're not being inclusive about is mobility accessibility for people that have like physical problems with actually achieving fine motor movement. There are lots of neurological issues with certain afflictions that would affect that. But instead, LifeWonders decides to make it unnecessarily difficult for those people. I think I mentioned that like several times before. It's important though. It's such a stupid restriction that just makes it pointlessly inaccessible without adding any real difficulty to the game. Hi, Ara. I did some progress on my sports team today. Oh, congrats on that. What should we call it? Just to put up your favorites, so you're, like, that's not really that important, but, like, at least people will know you for something. And if you have Envari 5, which you probably don't, then you should put them up. As well as, maybe Dead 5. And, Kotaro, Beach Kotaro. Everyone uses that. At least everyone knows the brain uses that. And, there's also popular sports that I use is World Walking. And, I used to use a Bantifon, but no one uses them anymore. Or at least I don't use them anymore. I don't really use any fire units anymore. Wood units, Babylon 4, but not as much because Lian and Chi exists. Put up your Lian and Chi if you have Lian and Chi. And, Valiant units, I don't use Valiant units. And Throwing units, I forget. I might be using something there, I forget. Do I use Do I use Valent units? I mean, Infernal units? Dagon's really popular. I don't use Dagon, but I know a lot of people use Dagon in sports. So if you have Dagon, put them up. For World, I use World Walk-On for short maps. Sometimes Corp Record, not as often for obvious reasons. And Jacob, he's pretty decent too. So these are the ones I mentioned so far are the sports I have been personally using lately. I don't really use Shino at all anymore, so don't even bother with all slot. Yeah. So yeah, just put up your faves or like the ones I mentioned because they have like general use for particular quests. But yeah, besides the whole timer suggestion, I would also suggest freaking make the descriptions in the game actually readable and understandable. Put in specific numbers, numerations of like how much charge points you get, how much health points you get for every particular skill effect, rather than like forcing the wiki to do it. A better browsing system like the wiki would be super helpful, for sure. Liana 4 broken like Astrosius goes up to 100k damage of the poison from seeds with Astros. Yeah, Liana is an extra chance. And hello, Crash Terra. Hope your day's been good. Mine's going splendid. I'm getting worked up a lot from a lot of conversations that's happening here. I wrote to have a mechanic to let us place our units before the quest begins. Yeah, that'd be decent. The randomness is kind of dumb. It would add a lot more strategic factor, but it would also be changing the game entirely at that point. But I wouldn't mind it either way. I'd like it, of course, because randomness is dumb. But, randomness is an interesting part of this game, too. So I wouldn't mind if it was added or if it was not added, either way. I do think that being able to, what's it called? Switch your, what's it called? I do think being able to actually decide. Okay, one, in the team screen, I'd like to be able to switch units from their positioning without actually having to go into the roster screen every single time. That takes too long for just being able to switch your unit position. And two, I'd like sorry, I'm talking so fast, I'm choking over my own saliva. I'd like to be able to actually decide where leader, second slot, third slot, and support goes in the four corners when the map begins. Like sometimes, it's fine. Like I understand, maybe support is intended to be like the last hitter. But can I at least decide where my last hitter will begin? Like sometimes I don't want him in the bottom right corner or something. Maybe he's better in the bottom left corner. It's a silly sort of restriction. That's obviously not based on game design, but more based on just laziness and how the game was originally written. Maybe you have the option to swap units from the front or the back units. Yeah, I mean, just have the option to swap them entirely. Why does it's such an arbitrary restriction to have of course, like the support to be always on the right side rather than the left side. So if you're gonna do the front and back units, might as well also do the left and right side too. Which means overall just like have switching enabled in general. Okay. I think slightly better rates on the gacha would have been another thing. Sorry, Ed, but that's where I'd have to disagree. That's just never gonna happen. There's like no reason for them to increase the gacha rates. Like even if it'd be better for us, I'm not necessarily bashing something better for us. There's like that literally would just like make people spend less overall because they would get their character faster. It's just like a pointless addition, more like wishful thinking than something that would actually improve the game. More character-specific banners would be nice though. That was a good idea from Zalkus. I mean, that was sort of an idea I always had, but like, I didn't say it, so it doesn't count for anything. A way to grind for souls would be nice, besides the daily. Like a dungeon for souls. So pricey. Give us a pricier, give us a cheaper option for souls. For skilling it. Here's a suggestion. ARs for the support unit. Bruh, come on. Oh wow, we're quickly approaching 10 stamina drinks left. Probably gives them some skill evolutions that won't actually make them like super relevant, but at least much better than they were before. Like they've always been doing. But if you're talking about accessibility in terms of like, because I've heard like they might not really re-release them. I don't know, they might just start showing them in other unrelated events, the reprint banners. Although the banner, the gacha page, the summon page will start looking really full at that point. Assuming it goes on for longer. Did they even reprint the Valentine Panic, the banner for it? I don't think they did they? I forgot. Yeah, I don't think they did. They just reprinted Valentine Jail and Valentine Extravaganza. Oh, not Panic. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what will happen to them. Hopefully they become permanent. That's something I want. Old variants becoming permanent. That would be nice. Yeah, so they entirely skipped it this year. Which is, I mean, I guess it's understandable, maybe? I don't know. But, you know, there's such thing as a gacha glut. It's gonna, like, if they're just gonna keep on adding them in future reprints, then, yeah. It might take a while. They might have to think of a novel solution, like just bringing them into the permanent pool in general. Hopefully that's what happens. That's the solution I would prefer. I mean, it's like, no one's going to be pulling for first generation units 5 years later if they're not going to update. It's literally every year, and updating every year might be annoying, so, or even every 2 years would still be annoying, and like, kind of a meme. And it would only build up with more evolutions for everyone, for every single event. So, I feel like the most logical solution would just be to release them to the permanent banner, so at least to satisfy the stands of that character. Hey, Kingdom. Still using your Anvari. You got a nice butt. We were just, if you're wondering, we were just talking about all sorts of topics. Oh, yeah, what were the topics? To summarize, the units I dislike, followed by the units that don't get enough representation, followed by, you know, what you want, the translations quality for certain events from Rorim, our translator in the server, and then it moved on to some sort of a topic about, like, you know, over deification and the sanitization of units by the people in the server. And then it turned into like a general, like, a slightly political talk about like people being tolerant versus people in the LGBT community. And now it's moved on to recommendations of in Candy server, in our server with Candy, one of the LifeWonders' employees, or I don't know, his employment status is questionable at this point. And suggestions have ranged from like what to do with the timer in game to what to do with the sports, the positioning, to what to do with gacha banners and rates, or what kind of banners, stuff like that. Which view do you prefer, the back or the front side? I like both sides, but in terms of which I prefer, let me give some serious thought. I really like his smile. His smile is a bit obfuscated in his back view, but he got a nice butt. But like, you know, his butt is a bit in this view it's a bit like let's see. Yeah, he's got some a bit strange anatomy, but then again, he's a dwarf, so it kind of makes sense at the same time. I really like his hat. I really like his skin. But in terms of what should I prefer, do I have to choose? I think I like his smile more. Like this side is more of a meme, to be honest. But like, yeah, it's not the most well-defined muscles here, or at least not muscles I'm familiar with in terms of usual anatomy. I just like his smile here a lot, and he seems very inviting. And the wink is, his bedroom eyes is like one of my favorite things about Anvari. Same thing about leaks. Look at them. By the way, I still don't have Anvari 4. Whatever. Let's see. I need more balance sheet first. I did not answer first. Hi, which view? Yeah. So yeah, I prefer the front view. Because bedroom eyes, because the smile, and because the back view has some muscle structures I'm not too familiar with. Used to. Imagine having even one copy. Yeah, I thought my luck for Envar was pretty shit, but I mean, I got Envar 5, and so I see it, I'm good. How many Easter cats do I have? I got all my copies during the last New Year's event. I definitely had more than one copy though. So I think maybe I have 3. I need to double check. I'll check right now. God, this music is so hype. Oh, not this one. 7 copies. Whew, that's a lot. But yeah, all 7 copies. I got 6 copies during the sorry, I think it was the New Year's event, or maybe it was before. It was probably the New Year's event. But I actually got my very first copy slightly before then. Not that it matters, since he's such a shit unit. I'm not even interested in fully limit breaking him. I only need his limit break 0 skill, his base skill. But yeah, as you can see, he's still not limit broken, and like I don't really have it plans to limit break him anytime soon. I have other units to focus on. Oh, I forgot. Shit. No. No. Okay. Annoying. No, I did not. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I gave him a few souls, but like nothing to complete him. There's it's not super necessary, but a way to check out your sub members when they're not actually out yet in the battlefield would be nice during the actual battle. I mean, his skills are utter shit. Like, kit-wise, it's truly not worth building at all. He's actually, like, hands down the worst unit, kit-wise. Like, of course, he's a good unit to bring for the coined ones, but outside of the coined ones, Lucky Cat is in fact the worst unit in the entire game. Yeah, I like threw in like 9 souls apparently. I would want units to have a way to get a 5th skill, but not through limit break, like some other function. Like I guess ARs are that way, but like make it like unit specific in a way. So I'm okay with limit breaks actually, but I still want a 5th skill, if you know what I mean, for each specific unit. Like in a way that like, you know, fully seeding unit is sort of like pseudo LBing them one more time. I want another like pseudo LB method. Make it feel more special or something. Like maybe like make it so that only fully seeded units can get their their 5th skill. That'd be pretty funny. The big brain strats from LifeWonders. Make only fully seeded units reach LB 4. I mean, I wouldn't mind that to be honest, since I'm, but that's like super biased since I have a bunch of units fully seeded already. Oh wow, this is... Okay, this is gonna be my last drink, guys. I'm planning to save the last 10 drinks for, like, events or whatever, just in case. It would be bad if I couldn't clear the shop. Always clear the shop. And if I can't clear the shop, then I'm not following your advice. So this should be like 4 more games and then I am done, so... Yeah, this is gonna be a comparatively short stream, but... I don't have an infinite supply of drinks, unfortunately. Drinks. If only there's plenty of air drinks for everyone to go around, and enough of my essence. But sadly, it is in limited supply, so get it while you can. That was supposed to be horny, but whatever. Yeah, you want some, you listen. You're saving 60 drinks? You don't need that many drinks. What the heck? Go ahead and burn them down. Each event at most... I guess it depends on how you play events, to be honest. For me, I mentioned this several times before. I do it so that by the time I'm done clearing the shop, I do it on the very last day, and it's like, I have like barely any stamina waste extra to like waste on exchanging for coins or whatever. And at that point, it's like, overall, that averages around maybe at worst 5 drinks to use for like my max stamina level, anyways. So that's why like I'm saving 10 because it takes like 5-ish at worst for events to clear the shop, factoring in free AP as well. Hands over the at least you tried cake. Yeah, I certainly did. I grind even after completing the event stops. That's suboptimal. Unless there are mobs to collect. But yeah, that's suboptimal. Just gonna say that outright. Because you know it's suboptimal? Because that's precious stamina drinks you could be saving for coin scuffles. What matters is I tried. Better try than fail to not try at all, or something like that. Okay, time to switch up my blue ghost. Not ghost, blue devil. I really do not have any units left over. Oh wait, I've been filtering it by shot. I'm the dumbass. Okay, there's plenty more now. They're mostly at the cap. I need to start limit breaking some of these mobs. Here we are. Mage, you're next. Let's see. Like, I've used a few drinks for half stamina dailies, but I'm not used to them all. I'm not using them just for this. If I was in a panic for more coins, then maybe it would be more. Alright, that's fair enough. The red text life is not for everyone. It's a particular way you can enjoy this game, but it's not like I'm not gonna say it's optimal because like what's it called? People have lives. It's not for everyone to grind coins like this, and the only reason you would ever grind coins first is for red texting. And if you don't play by red texting because you have other things to do that I can, or because you just want to enjoy the game passively and not obsessively max everyone, then that's your decision. It's not something that you should consider suboptimal, because your life first and foremost is the thing you need to optimize, not the units. For me, like, I got the time, I like the game, so I don't mind red texting units like this. Bold you to assume I have. You certainly do, my friend, my gentleman Zagus. Your life is here with me as we continue doing feature analyses for this game and freaking playing more League of Legends. you and me, dude, and Ruby, and everyone else. I enjoy my time with you. Don't be ashamed of it. We got a good life together. Plus, your life's going somewhere now that you're moderated for the server. Good luck with that, by the way. We'll just have to. Are you heading out, Ruby? It's such a weird way to say it. Well, see you around, Ruby. I'm about to finish the stream soon, anyways, because like I said, this is my last stream. But here's August. Hopefully your new moderation head is going all right so far. And you haven't lost any sleep out of it. I mean, in the very least, it seems like you're a bit happier than before in terms of actually talking in the server again. Bruh. Do not bind it. Do not bind. Okay, good. I've been pretty lucky with not getting binded this stream. That was really extremely stupid. It's going fine. Things are moving slowly, but they're moving enough at least. Yeah. Thank you for the update. I was curious about that. Things are moving. Everyone's got places to go. It's a bit intimidating when things start moving in, but better than standing in place all your life, I guess. I don't know. We've talked about this before. How, sometimes you want things to stay still, but at the same time, you gotta things inevitably change. Oh shit, grinding. Yeah, it's almost done though. I have just reached 10 stamina drinks remaining, and like I said from the beginning, that's when I'll be stopping. So right now I'm just exhausting the rest of the stamina that my 11th drink conferred me. So yeah, this is actually a comparatively short stream. The double and Vari shine. We don't take that as a good omen. Pretty good luck today. Alright, last two games. If I had any extra tickets or stones, I would be playing, but pensive. Which characters do you think Leaked will get special dialogue with in his date quest? Fucking Kuniyoshi, obviously. And maybe Ben 10. Probably not, specifically because of his His relationship doesn't need to be stated, but he technically does have a personal relationship, and also probably Melusine, but it would be extremely different between the two, between Kuniyoshi and Melusine. That's 2 out of 3 straight shipping with things. MC5! Zelius knows it! If you pick any other skin, you just get the default one, but if you pick MC5, he's like, oh, I got Tamayo. My true love. Oh, I'm so excited for State Quest that I won't be able to read. But I need to read it because he's mine. But yeah, I'm primarily excited for his skill evolution. As for his date quest, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate because protagonist probably won't have a special line. Even I already mentioned it. I'd like to be able to read his special dialogue and stuff, if that ever gets translated. But who knows? Maybe the localization team will actually catch up with it and that they're taken seriously. You prefer Melusine to Kuniyoshi? Well, it's pretty much everyone in our server because of a certain moderator. Oh man, the Kuniyoshi fucking slander in the server is just ridiculous. That like he's actually a nice character, but certain people with some sort of some sort of a credence in the server kind of really shat on Kuniyoshi's reputation. And Bruce said Melusine's that like they're disproportionately disliked and like respectively. Okay, this will be the last game. Don't forget to say your Rosemary's and your your hellos and goodbyes. Why is that showing? Oh no!
I found these results.
Oh shit! What the hell? What the fuck? Did I say? I didn't even. What the heck was that? Oh, that was weird. I did not say anything like that phrase, which I will not say. So I don't know why Android's bugging out on me. I did not say anything like that. I did not say, okay, and followed by the word Google. I did not say that. This goes back into the focuses on only one trait they really like or hate. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They're finalized to those two. No one really points out how fucking troublesome Melusine is with her Peko Yama syndrome. How that's kind of fucked up at all. No one really wants to point it out. It seems like, like Meridian kind of just like glances over that, pretend it doesn't exist. That's really a bit weird in my opinion. Instead, she just focuses on her her seething hate for Snow and her like being able to, the fact that she is a queen, not the fact that she has some extreme obsession issues with Leaked or something. One-sided mostly. Also, the whole Kuniyoshi hate is just, I don't know. Even when his in the story he was redeemed, the hate still propagates. It's ridiculous. And Kuniyoshi's a good person, all right. And he's got some nice inspirations. He's relatable in a sense, but people want to deny that for some reason. He's a good boy. I wish I pulled him in Nightmare, but instead I got shitty Lave. Oh well. I'll try again. A bit. When Nightmares are reprint. Okay, and that concludes my grinding. Do I have... Let's see, did I get any bonuses? Or any tickets or anything? Give me... Holy shit, this is taking forever to load. Oh my god! Woo! No, we're not ending yet. Wait, look at that. I got 3 fucking stamina drinks, and oh my gosh, okay, the stream's going a bit longer. It's not done yet. We going, boys, we going. Okay, so I'm gonna use these stamina drinks until I'm back to 10. And then after that, no, sit your ass. You're not going anywhere. Sorry, I'm still streaming. I should pull it out of proportion, but yeah, it's surprise. I'm still living. We're going for a little bit longer. Whoa, that was a lot of drinks. Did I not open my stamina, my message box for like a few days, or was it part of the login bonus? Well, yeah. This stream's probably gonna go on for at least 30 more minutes at this point because of these drinks. Maybe even longer, maybe like a full hour. 4 drinks is actually a lot. And then after all that's done, I'm gonna spend the 2 tickets I got for the energy, which I obviously won't get. Well. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. But yeah, it's I can go for probably like a bit less than an hour at this point from my new stamina drinks. The one time I reached 6 hours, I had to have that stream make it unless for private for various reasons. And then another time I tried to reach it, I just like fucking I was like slightly under it for some reason. And another time I tried to reach for 6 hours, which is like last week, it was like it got taken down at 5 hours because of lick butt. And then the previous stream, I just like ran out of energy, got bored of it. So yeah, 5 hours is like a special number. 6 hours, it will never happen again. But yeah, the uptime so far is 3 hours, so I've streamed already a decent amount. How does that math work out for that? How many drinks did I start off with? Does anyone remember? I think I started off with like a 25-ish. But then I ended off at 10, at the 3 hour mark approximately. So yeah, I guess the math checks out again. It's looks like it takes about, is it an hour? An hour to go through 5 drinks? Oof. You love to see Envari in front too because we see he's chubby, his bulge, and he gives something we could. Yeah, same for sure. But like you decided to use his back art, which is like it's okay too. It's just funnier, and it helps me because like I prefer his front art and you're using his back art, so that way I can differentiate the art Envari easier. So I know I can alternate. What? Wait, you're in front? What the heck? You were just in the back. What the heck? You were just the back facing art. Did he just switch out? Or did they click the wrong Envari? No, you literally just switched out your art. What the heck? Was I not paying attention? You were definitely like butt Envari a second ago. Or wait, no. Was I butt Envari a second ago? I already forgot. No, I was not butt Envari. I never selected butt Envari. Whatever. You must have switched out your art just now. You think I wouldn't have noticed? I mean, I probably wouldn't have until you just mentioned it just now. God damn it, now they look exactly the same. That's gonna be slightly annoying. But yeah, it was slightly useful that they had different art before because, it helped switch concentration around easier. Although it didn't really matter. 30 minutes, that change and right? Sorry, like my attention's not super there. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't need to activate concentration either way for them because both of them can delete their column without concentration either way. Gotcha de! Gotcha de! Gotcha de! Man, look at that smile. It's so precious. Look at that wink. Look at those bedroom eyes. God, I love him. And body! Sell my ass to whorehouse. Does it really take an hour to use 5 drinks? That seems like a lot. Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah, it might really go on for another hour at this point. Well, I know that's what Sasagwa got for a pet if he would ever get one. If he ever got one, I don't know. What would he get as a pet, I guess? This better be funny, otherwise I'm just gonna like G at you. Why would he need pets though? A Tamagotchi? I like Zalgus' answer better. Ah, that's cute. Imagining Zalgus being petted by Sasagwa. They are. Geez, Zalgus, the top of your head sure is soft. They are. Do you like my belly? Why don't you lie on it? They are. They are. Don't touch there. They are. My tail is sensitive. Oh, not my front tail. You can touch that anytime you want. They are. That's how I'm watching. 73 million coins I have for now. Pretty good, pretty good. Wow, that's a lot further than me. I don't remember if I ever had a Tamagotchi, actually. I know I had the Digimon pet thing. I think I had the Digimon thing too, but I didn't even really understand it at the time. Maybe I didn't have any of them. I just saw, like, people in the schoolyard have them at the time. It was really trending. But, yeah, I didn't follow that trend, I think. I was able to play with someone else's, I think, though. Instead of a Tamagotchi, though, like, after that era ended, I did just have proper video game portable systems, like the Game Boy Advance, I think was like my first one. And then I got like the DS and 3DS and stuff like that. And it's all up to the Switch, basically. Is Tamagotchi still a thing? What the heck? How is it even still a thing? What is the audience for that? Like, its main source of revenue is being a trend. How is it trending now? Tamagotchi, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it died. But that's okay. Some things just die, and that's just the way things work. It's a sad, but it's okay. That's life for you. Cycle of birth and death. Things staying the same before they end, and things changing. Gotta adapt, etc., etc. Alright, looks like I'm at 50 mil. Almost enough for a fully stood reunion. Almost, but not quite. Man, Hogan would be so much more useful than Tsukiyomi. His is guaranteed, and he can have extended horizontal movement himself, so I don't have to worry about like weird diagonal movements with Suzuka to activate that order. What the heck is that? Let's continue. Reaching the point of slight exhaustion. But it's good. I theoretically could keep on going for 2 more hours. But my stamina drinks say no. Can you stop snapping? Okay, whatever. I guess it stops in the right position anyways. How many tickets do I have? I have 2 tickets. Okay, I'm gonna do 1 right now, and then 1 in the end. Alright. Come on! Rhiannon! Come on. I don't know why I'm expecting a single character. Whatever. I was gonna do this anyways. Oh wait, I need to hide my emojis. Never mind. It was better this was set anyways. That was such a waste. I hate this game. And I will hate this game even more when the stream is done when I pulled that last ticket. Thank you, call me for coming on me. It's just keep on going. But this shit's my jam. Gross, he got his charge. Two more drinks left. Oh wow, I'm actually burning it a lot faster than I thought it would. It's only been 18 minutes so far. Part 2 better be good. That's all I'm saying. I'm already invested in spending that multi on part 2. So, it's like, after this last ticket, that's gonna be my last pull for Leanne for a long time. And if part 2 is not gonna be any good, then I'm gonna be really disappointed. God damn it. That'll be like, you know, an obligatory pull that I would rather put on Leanne. But my soul says I have to pull on it anyways. I guess another reason why I started my stream early is because I was hoping that, like, I definitely wanted to do a. So one, it was very likely I was going to do coin streams, even though I said yesterday it wasn't unlikely, because I actually did want to finish out my coins, my stamina drinks up till there's only 10 remaining. But it's the motivation is kind of transforming so that I'm only motivated if I'm streaming at this point. But I wanted to do it early because I'm hoping that by doing it early, I'd like, when I do things too late, I kind of just like give up on trying anything productive for the rest of the day. But by doing it early, maybe I'll be able to actually work on that dumb analysis video, which I've been putting off for like ages. And yeah, I do want to, like, I already have the write-up done. That's the issue. The main issue that's really preventing me at this point is just, you know, I haven't touched the DaVinci Resolve in so long. It's like trying to enter an old house you haven't been to in a long time. But yeah, after this, like, I'll probably eat and take a nap, and then I'll be early enough that I'll be like, maybe I'll still want to do something else productive. And also, I need to read some emails and whatever regarding to the coding bootcamp thing I'm doing. It might turn out that, like, I'll still make videos during my coding bootcamp for, like, you know, events and stuff, you know, the job quest videos as well as the challenge quests. But I might just skip out on streams entirely because, you know, they take quite a bit of time. And a bit more in the schedule that, you know, yeah, the fact that they're in the schedule in general might, like, yeah, I want some sense of a decision of when I can choose my own time to study the coding shit, rather than have another schedule to worry about. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. No streams, but continue making videos. We'll see how it turns out. I just might reach 55 million before the stream ends. I just might. It's a big maybe, but even if I don't reach it exactly, I'm pretty much exactly there. kind of iconic to end it like that. Just enough to fully red text a single unit. Oh, I forgot to switch out my mage. Damn it. I smell popcorn. Is that a something? We don't even have popcorn in our room. Something burning? Hopefully not. I don't know, for some reason I smell popcorn all of a sudden. Yeah, let's switch her out. That should be fine. Anything that you're hoping for in the Housamo future? Better Valiant units, AR supports for support lineup units, more feature character banners, leak variants, more leak quests for them, translations for everything. The stream's going good. It was about to end, but then I got some more drinks for my message box. So now it's been extended for a tiny bit. It's about to end again though. I'm not sure on how many games, but it's like you can catch it within both your hands. So it's going good, but it's about to end soon, basically. Thanks for asking, Dolly. Now I'm just answering someone's question about like what sort of things I'm looking or hoping for in the future of Housamo. Maybe more stuff like Nishijiro that are not Haikenshi, more, and also not Uenos. Please no more Uenos. How many drinks do I have? I already forgot. Did I use my last drink already? I need to check. Go back. Yeah. In terms of things that are more adventures rather than improvements of what we already know. Make more promotional videos. Let's see. How many drinks do I have left? Yeah, I have 10 remaining. So that I already used my last drink. When I run down to below 22, that's when I'll begin. That's when I'll end the stream. Or actually, I'll like do like one ticket pull because I also got some tickets, and then that will be that. What other things I want? So more promotional videos. Maybe even make a full-fledged anime. That would be cool. It's not crashing. It's just the expected amount of laggy speed. Jeez. More mob units that are actually good. More skill evolutions for mob units. Skill evolutions in general for everyone would be nice. Things that might not be expected. More unique features. Like AR was a really cool unique feature that really turned the game on its head in a sense. Really unlocked the potential of some units. So more game mechanic changes like that. That don't remove but instead add and change the things up like that. Like I don't know, maybe make formations actually permanent, or make item usages permanent. Like item boosting things. I believe that was a feature in some particular event. I forgot which. I think it was the Clash of Floats, which I never actually got a chance to experience. I only like pulling back. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have used like item boosting things there. Also, formations from Gendarme would be nice as permanent features. I mean, and also what else? There's some others. Oh yeah, and the I ain't afraid of Halloween. I ain't scared of no Halloween reprint trick or quest. There's actually a really nice punishment feature where it's like the more debuffs you, the more like crutches you put yourself in the beginning game, the better your rewards or something. More missions that aren't just weeklies, and more weekly missions that are more unique. Like not just like completely defeat this many enemies, but like use this unit or limit yourself to 3 stars or something. Fun little missions that are actually challenging, not that are just quotas to check off. Because missions feel like a laundry list at this point of things you just gotta do, not things that you'll actually challenge yourself to do. I want missions to be something challenging, They don't have to be weeklies, but I'd like some sort of challenging missions to be implemented to get you to actually experience some sides of the games that you normally wouldn't. Creativity and all that flourishes with the restrictions. Did I use the drink? Don't tell me I used the drink. I was like subconsciously talking this. Of course, the game crashes. Yeah, I read that. There you go. Alright, this looks like the last 2 games. This one, and then the next one, and then one ticket pull, and then I am done. How many coins do we have? We'll check it out after this game's done. But last I checked, there's like 53 million. You haven't even reached 1 million yet? Jeez, you're slacking. I'm not even gonna hold back here. You're slacking. I mean, I've already gained, I'm pretty sure, a lot more than 1 million throughout this entire stream. I've been playing for 3 hours straight, of course. But it's, yeah, I'll just have to say the motivation is hard to maintain. Streaming is a lot easier now. Streaming makes grinding a lot easier. I'm at 54 million. So I'll be still sub 54. I'll be sub 50. I'll be sub 55 even after my last game, which is right now. So get ready. This is the last game. 76. Going strong. What units do you even seed, Kingdom? Can you tell me what units you seeded? Like, I know, do you have like any units that are not in your lineup that you've seeded? I'm gonna go check out your lineup now. Let's see. Cause like, I want to understand where you grinded for Anvari, yeah, I know that, and also your Asterios, I know that. Oh, you're building your Shenong and your Tifun. The Tifun might be a bit of a mistake, but nowadays, but I already got a fully built Tifun, and even then his usage is lower. But yeah, it's understandable if you like him. You just made a macro instead where after turn 1 and everyone is in position, the macro keeps moving my Anvari on his spot. You actually made a macro? Oh, I mean, never mind. That's barely a macro. If you're just moving in position, you're just tapping the same spot. I mean, I do that with like subconsciously myself. Sometimes I'm already tapping the spot before the turn ends. And even then, you still have to be attentive to actually reset the mission and what. Like, get back to me when you actually make a macro where like you're actually entering the quest and you know, actually making that first decision move. That'd be something worth notable. I think it'd be possible just by recognizing, you know how to position things. If you have some sort of visual sensor for where the ether mobster is, as well as how to do like specific moves to Suzuka. But if you're just moving on Brian's spot, I'm like that don't impress me much. You know how it is. Let's see. Asterios, Yumao, Tifon, Shenong. Attack seed and issue for Matsumara and Kamui. I see. A macro is basically a set of Zalgus plays on an emulator, so it's possible on it. But basically, a macro is just a set of automated commands that begin. So basically, the automated commands in this case are just like tapping Anvari repeatedly. And he doesn't have to do it, the computer does it for him. I mean, that's technically still suboptimal in terms of speed. If you end up like, you know, because that doesn't really reposition your units based on where the Eastern mobster is, and in case there's some evasion bullshit. But you know, it's technically it's optimal in a more mindset kind of way where it's like you can think less about it. But in the end, you still have to think about it because you have to do turn 1 and you have to restart missions and all that. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't sound super optimal to me. That don't impress me much. Okay, I am done fucking grinding. Jesus fucking Christ. It's not lazy. It's optimal. Get your back straight. Like fucking what you call it? Laziness. I'm lazy with. You could call me lazy for like not moving Anvari and just like fucking just minimizing the amount of stuff goes into gameplay by making sure everyone can one hit everyone. But all the prerequisites behind that, between fully seeding Andy, pulling for Andy, and deciding which units to bring to one-shot everyone, that requires that. And obviously, Zalgus, Solidmug, put in a lot of thought into making the macro. I mean, some amount of thought anyways, even if it is just tapping. But like I said, I'd be more impressed if it was a cyclable macro. Alright. That can actually do turn 1 move 2 and can account for Eastern Mobster, which would be a lot more complex, but it's still a lot better than this. Alright. Let's pull for absolutely no one. Let's go. Let's do this. One ticket. I hate this game. Fuck this stupid ass shit. Nothing! Thank you, game. Alright. Status report. Let's see the amount of coins I have now. I began with, I already forget, honestly. But I know I have 54.5 mil. Not bad, not bad. And I can probably get the rest to reach 55 mil before the day ends, just from natural accumulating stamina. But as for using stamina drinks, I am done. That is it for me. Thank you for joining, everyone that stuck around for any period of time, as well as especially anyone that's here right now. If you're still around, Arby, thanks for sticking around. I see you, Zelgus. You're an awesome dude. Let's hang out more. Let's play more games. I don't know. I just want to talk to you more, to be honest. And congrats on your 26 mil. I'm sorry to cut you short though. I'm about to head out. My stream's pretty much done. Thanks everyone who decided to stay until the very end. Have a good day, and good luck with the coin grants. I'll see you guys around. Bye bye. Love ya. Peace out, Gowie.